Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Apopka High School welcomes you to Joe Sterling Gymnasium for game number 7 in the 9th annual Metro vs. Florida Challenge, presented by Burnfat Orlando and St. Germain Chiropractic Clinic. Please welcome our guests wearing the red jerseys, visitors on the scoreboard from Kathleen High School. They are the Red Devils. And wearing the white jerseys, home on the scoreboard, representing the Orlando Metro Conference from Jones High School, please welcome the Tigers. Since we are running a few minutes behind, we are going to go ahead and get the starting lineups taken care of while our teams continue to warm up. And we'll begin by introducing the Kathleen Red Devils. And we'll start for the Red Devils at guard with 6'3" junior number 1, Horace Tucker III. At point guard, 6'2" sophomore number 2, Marcellus Thomas. At shooting guard, 6' junior number 4, Javel Brown. At small forward, 6' senior number 20, Jonathan Carr. And finally for the Red Devils, at power forward, 6'3" senior number 33, Brendan Gant. And the head coach of the Red Devils in his second year, Mr. Andrae Shaw. And now let's meet the Jones Tigers. Starting for them at center, 6'6" senior number 4, Kawan Felton. At shooting guard, 6' junior number 5, Noah Mizazi. At power forward, 6'6" junior number 10, Omari Jordan. At point guard, 5'11" senior number 11, Jelani Moreno. And finally for the Tigers at guard, 6'5" senior FAU commit number 13, Kenan Blackshear. And the head coach of the Tigers in his first year, Mr. Alex Jackson. The officials for this morning's game are from the Central Florida Officials Association here in Orlando. All of our games here at the Metro vs. Florida Challenge are being live streamed on YouTube. You can search for the channel Metro vs. Florida Challenge. Make sure your friends and family back in Kathleen, back in Orlando, or wherever in the world they are aware that they can tune into today's game live. They can also watch it on an on-demand replay. Again, the channel is Metro vs. Florida Challenge on YouTube. You can also get live streaming stats of all of our games, and we also post the archive stats when the day is done. You can get to those on our website, metrovsfl.com. Again, metrovsfl.com. You can find the complete schedule there. You can get a full-color version of the program that you had available for you at the admission table. That is available for a free download if you'd like a copy for your iPad or your mobile device. And you can also get the full team profiles and the team captions on our website there as well. Again, it is metrovsfl.com. The Tigers come in behind new head coach Alex Jackson, and we'll look to the leadership of FAU commit Kenan Blackshear and his 3 fellow seniors to lead the Tigers to what may be their best chance in several years to break out of the district tournament into the playoffs. Meanwhile, for the Kathleen Red Devils, they're keeping it all in the family. After 2 years and 2 changes in coaching staff, the program is now stabilized under 1997 alum Andrae Shaw, who brought along his former teammate Horace Tucker II as an assistant and has come to depend on leadership from Horace Tucker III, named to the 2018 Polk Preps honorable mention last year while still a sophomore. Tucker joins a cast of 2 returning seniors and newcomer John Wright, who hope to lead Kathleen to their first district championship since 2011. Again, welcome to the Metro vs. Florida Challenge. This will be game number 7 out of 20. This is our first game of Saturday basketball action. We'll have 6 more coming up today, and then we'll take the day off tomorrow. On Monday, we're back with 7 more games, and again, you can get that complete schedule from the program. Those of you here in the arena, those programs are available for $1 each at the admission table. That's actually less than it costs us to make them, but we feel that they're a high-quality product, and we want to make them available to you as inexpensively as we can. So just $1 will get that for you, or again, you can also download a copy for free from our website, metrovsfl.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, at MetroVSFL. Again, at MetroVSFL. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro vs. Florida Challenge. For those of you listening online, we're going to give about 2 more minutes of warm-up, and then we'll be ready to start here at Joe Sterling Gymnasium. I already did them while they were warming up.
Great.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our webcast here live at Joe Sterling Gymnasium at Apopka High School for Game 7 of the 9th Annual Metro vs. Florida Challenge. My name is Mark Vargi. I am the media director for the Metro vs. Florida Challenge, and I'll be taking you through this morning's game. Kawan Felton and Brendan Gant at center court for the tip. And we are underway. The Tigers get the opening possession. Zai can't get the three to go, and the rebound goes to Jonathan Carr. They'll try to get something done in transition, but they will live to regret it as they tried a little too hard there. The ball goes out of bounds. Tigers get another possession. To the other side. Zai off the mark, and that is going to go out of bounds untouched. No, indeed, it was touched by Kathleen, and so the Tigers get another chance. Not a good start for the Metro Conference so far. They trail 1-4 in terms of these games. For those of you not familiar with this event, Metro vs. Florida Challenge features a team from the Orlando Metro Conference as the home team in each contest, and then the visiting team is one of the best schools we can find in the greater Central Florida area. As Moreno lets a little bunny go here, and it is short. Rebound goes to Brendan Gant. And so far, over the course of the first 2 days of the event, the Metro Conference has only won one game, the Edgewater Eagles carrying the torch for Orlando Metro. Last night, they defeated the two-time defending state champ Leesburg Yellow Jackets, and that has been the only Metro Conference win so far. Here we get a nice work on the defense by Kawan Felton, but it stays with the Red Devils all the way to the backcourt, though. And we've got a uniform challenge here, so we'll substitute in. Checking into the game for the Tigers, Darius Stewart. The great irony is that Jones warmed up for all of about 45 minutes before the game while we waited for Kathleen to arrive. They, of course, are coming from the far side of Polk County. They're actually almost to Hillsborough County. They are one of the most distant schools participating in this Metro vs. Florida Challenge. I overheard event director Scott Williams before the event started today express the fact that he is confident that by the end of the day, the Metro Conference will be in the lead. They'll have to make up 3 games before that can happen. And here we have a foul called against Tigers, number 5, Noah Mazai. That's his first, and the team's first. Brendan Gant can't get around Felton there, and the Red Devils reset. To the inside with Brown, and it's Chevelle Brown from Brendan Gant for 2 to put the Red Devils on the board. And so, after much sound and fury signifying nothing, the Red Devils finally, almost 2 minutes into the game, put the first points on the board. Bad pass gets picked off by Marcellus Thomas, and the favor is returned at the other end, and it's an easy fast break basket for Kawan Felton from Jelani Moreno. A lot of back and forth action ultimately ends in a turnover, and we'll pause for a substitution here. Returning to the game for Jones, Kenan Blackshear. Now fully in compliance with FHSAA equipment policy. Kenan Blackshear is fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line and shoot two. The foul is called against Red Devils number 4, JaVale Brown, his first and the team's first. First free throws of the day, and Blackshear makes his first. Two for two at the line, and that pulls the game back to a one-possession ball game. And prior to the shot, JaVale Brown is called for traveling. Tigers ball. Kenan Blackshear for 3, and that will take us to our first timeout. With a 5-point advantage for the Tigers, 7-2 is the score, and we'll pause for a 30-second timeout called by Jones.
Who's number 22? Jones.
Hold is called against number 4, Kawan Felton. That's his first personal foul, the team's second. Good defensive work there by Daquan Harris, but it stays in possession of the Red Devils.
14.
No basket. Offensive charge called against Horace Tucker. His second and the team's second. No Mazai took that charge. Omari Jordan under the basket for 2. Nice blocking work there by Felton, and they are going to say that Felton managed to bounce it off of the Red Devils. Checking into the game for Kathleen, number 23, Andrae Shaw. Excuse me, Kendall Dennis. Traveling Red Devils ball. Checking into the game for the Tigers, number 33, Darius Stewart. Marcellus Thomas takes the ball to the front court. Full court pressure coming on by the Tigers. And it's going to be Jonathan Carr on the Red Devil layup. Good work on the penetration on that last possession by the Red Devils. To the corner for 3. Bounces out. Offensive rebound, though, for Felton, but then he loses the ball. I think he's going to get called for a foul here, too. Foul is called against Amari Jordan, his first, the team's third. Brendan Gant adds 2 for the Red Devils. Checking into the game for Jones, Jelani Moreno, and for Kathleen, Javont Williams. And thanks to good coverage by the Tigers, Javont Williams can't get to that pass in time, and it goes out of bounds. Kenan Blackshear with a long 2-point jump shot on the pass from Jelani Moreno. Gant gets to the paint and then draws the foul. Brendan Gant fouled on the attempt to go to the line and shoot 2. The foul is called against Tigers number 10, Amari Jordan, his second and the team's fourth. Checking in for the Tigers, Dalvin Leggett. Marcellus Thomas draws the foul. Foul is called against number 4, Kaiwan Felton, his second personal foul, the team's fifth. At the line, shooting 2, Marcellus Thomas. Jordan Jones in for the Tigers. Foul is called against number 33, Brendan Gant. That's his first personal foul and the team's third. Foul called against Darius Stewart, his first and the Tigers' sixth. So that means that the Red Devils will enjoy bonus for the entire second period. Foul is called against Red Devils, number 33, Brendan Gant. That's his second and the team's fourth. At the line, shooting 2, Kenan Blackshear. Checking into the game for the Red Devils, number 20, Jonathan Carr. Foul is called against Tigers number 12, Dalvin Leggett. That's his first and the team's seventh.
That should be bonus. That was bonus.
As the seventh foul, that will put the Red Devils into bonus. At the line, shooting 1 and 1, Kendall Dennis. 1 of 2 at the line for Kendall Dennis. And it brings it back to a 4-point game, 12-8 the score, the Tigers leading. Trying to become the only team other than Edgewater to get a Metro victory so far in this 9th annual Metro versus Florida Challenge. And here we got the ball picked off by Jonathan Carr at transition, and we're going to pick up another foul. Boy, for a game that started late, this game sure has a lot of fouls. Push is called against number 23, Jordan Jones. That's his first personal foul. The team's 8th at the line, shooting 2, Javont Williams.
Do you have 12 and 8 right now?
Kathleen has 4. Is that good? Number 1 has 2. Made the first.
Checking into the game for Kathleen, number 3, Zion Davis. And from a strictly logistical standpoint, this is the perfect storm here. 12 fouls in the first 6.5 minutes make for a very slow game that already started 15 minutes to 20 minutes late. So we're going to have to pick this up pretty good here. Otherwise, we're going to get very behind by the time we get to our 7th game tonight. Kenan Blackshear is fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The foul is called against Red Devils number 23, Kendall Dennis, his first, the team's 5th. Jelani Moreno gets the basket and a chance to make it a 3-point play. The foul is called against number 3, Zion Davis on the hand check, his first, the team's 6th. Three-point play no good, but an offensive rebound for the Tigers will give them a chance to extend their lead. They currently are up by 5. Jelani Moreno picks up the jump shot for the Tigers. Marcellus Thomas adds 2 for the Red Devils. Noah Mazai for 3 on the pass. And that takes us to the end of the first period. An 8-point advantage, 20-12 is the score at the end of 8 minutes. And, of course, it looks like our scoreboard is struggling to catch up at the bottom of your screen there. We're going to fix that for you between quarters. The 9th annual Metro versus Florida Challenge is brought to you by Burn Fat Orlando. Lose up to 30 to 40 pounds. We invite you to step on the scale every day, because if you don't lose weight within the first 10 days, we'll refund your money with a money-back guarantee. Call now at 855-889-THIN. That's 855-889-THIN. We also want to thank St. Germain Chiropractic Clinics, the best non-invasive healthcare services in the Central Florida and Orlando area, with most insurance accepted. If you have back or neck pain, headaches, if you've been involved in an auto accident or a slip and fall incident, call St. Germain when in pain. The Red Devils have the opening possession of the second period. And an offensive charge is called against the Red Devils. That was number 20, Jonathan Carr, that got called with that. And now we're going to get another foul at the other end. Block is called against Red Devils' Kendall Dennis, his first, the team's 7th. Perhaps it's too much to ask to go 2 possessions without a foul. Putback is made by number 12, Dalvin Leggett.
Who got the 2? Who scored for them?
Kenan Blackshear had the free throws. Dalvin Leggett had the putback, 12. So 13 was the shooter, 12 was the putback.
Dalvin Leggett picks up 2 more for the Tigers. And now we're starting to see a clear momentum in favor of Jones. Kathleen had a double overtime game last night. That was part of the reason they had a hard time getting up this morning and making that treacherous trip down I-4. Leggett from Jones for 2. Answered at the other end by Thomas. And a 3-point jumper from Kenan Blackshear. Now all of a sudden we're seeing a lot of activity. Well, it was good while it lasted. Javont Williams is fouled on the attempt to go to the line and shoot 2. The Tiger foul is called against number 23, Jordan Jones. That's his 2nd personal foul and the team's 9th. Moreno to the other end, gets the jumper. Jelani Moreno for 2. Javon Williams makes the putback. Yeah, no. But you notate it in the scorebook because if he does it again, then it's a technical foul. Dalvin Leggett gets his own putback. Traveling Tigers ball. Kenan Blackshear going head-to-head with Tucker. And he's Kenan Blackshear with a 3 for the Tigers. And boy, sometimes you just can't defend those. If it's just going to be that accurate, he shot right over Horace Tucker's head. And Kawan Felton may have tried a little too hard for the style points there. I think a simpler shot would have had a better probability of going in, but Tigers looking to dazzle here since they are up by 19. Jelani Moreno, alley-oops on the inbounds to Kawan Felton. All right, fine. Style points awarded. So noted. Foul is called against number 12, Dalvin Leggett. That's the second personal foul of the team's 10th, and that puts the Red Devils into double bonus. At the line shooting 2, Javel Brown. Kick ball, still Tigers ball. Brown gets the pick, tries to get something going at the other end. 13-20. Who scored that? Brendan Gant gets the basket and a chance to make it a three-point play. The foul is called against Tigers number 32, Lamar Escontrias. That's his first. Javon Brown comes into the game for the Red Devils. One shot, and it's in. Checking into the game for the Red Devils, number 20, Jonathan Carr. Jelani Moreno on the jump shot, picks up 2. And a moment ago, we heard Coach Shaw complaining that nothing seems to be a foul, although we have had 19 of them called, so something's a foul. Kawan Felton on the Tiger dunk. And now we're seeing that explosiveness out of the Tigers. A slow start for them, but they warmed up nicely. Javon Williams on the pass from Javon Brown. Also a foul called against number 11, Jelani Moreno. Williams will shoot 1. So Williams makes good on the three-point play. Traveling, Red Devils ball. Javon Williams is fouled on the putback attempt by Omari Jordan. That's Jordan's third of the team, and it will send to shoot two, Javon Williams. Checking into the game for the Tigers, Jelani Moreno. Three-pointer for Harris won't go. The rebound bounces into the arms. Well, yep. Javon Williams manages to bring it under control just in time, and we'll pause here. 30-second timeout requested by the Red Devils. And we'll take this opportunity to thank our friends at Baptiste Orthodontics for their support of Orange County Public Schools and, in particular, the Metro versus Florida Challenge. They have 3 offices now. They just celebrated the grand opening of their 3rd right here in Apopka, across the street from Kitland Nelson Park at 12 South Park Avenue. More convenient than ever for the Apopka community. They offer everything from traditional braces to ceramics, Invisalign, Propel, Wild Smiles, and Clear Correct, and more. So whatever it is that suits your lifestyle, they have the orthodontia to help you out. Give them a call at 1-800-300-7755. Gant misses his 2-pointer. Moreno on the rebound. Moreno's going to take it all the way himself, and Felton can't finish. Putback won't go either, and Horace Tucker gets the rebound for the Red Devils. Bad pass. It's picked off by Blackshear, and it's going to be Daquan Harris on the Tiger basket. Traveling, Tigers ball. Moreno for 3, that's a miss. And it's going to go out of bounds off of the Tigers. Checking into the game for Kathleen, number 11, Quentin Lyons. Block is called against number 32, Lamar Escontrias. That's his second. At the line shooting 2, number 21, Javon Williams. Checking into the game for Kathleen, Marcellus Thomas. Carr gets in there for the rebound, and it goes in. Jonathan Carr gets the basket and a chance to make it a three-point play. The foul's called against number 4, Kawan Felton, his third. At the rate we're going, we're not going to have anybody left to play basketball by the end of the fourth quarter. Of course, both teams have full enough rosters as that's not likely to actually happen. But I have called a game one time where a team had to finish with 4 on the court because they actually ran out of eligible subs. You have to have 5 players to start the game. You do not have to have 5 eligible players to finish. Ironically, they still won, though, because they were that much better. Block is called against Kathleen's number 21, Javont Williams. That's his first personal foul and the team's 9th at the line, shooting 1-on-1 bonus, Kenan Blackshear. Checking into the game for Kathleen, Andrae Shaw. And we're going to go ahead and assume, even though I didn't have a chance to talk to Coach before the game, that Andrae Shaw is probably related to Coach Andrae Shaw. Just like we know Horace Tucker III on the team is related to Horace Tucker II on the coaching staff. The Red Devils very much a family operation, clearly. Right now, though, they trail by 20 as the Tigers are carrying the torch for the Orlando Metro Conference. From the baseline, jumper won't go for Shaw. Out of bounds. Red Devils ball. Well, that wasn't very good. Nevertheless, that takes us to halftime, and it's a 20-point advantage for the Tigers. 49-29 is the score at intermission here in Game 7 of the 9th Annual Metro versus Florida Challenge.
No more than 8 minutes for halftime. 8 minutes and run it.
We'll be back shortly here at Joe Sterling Gymnasium. Tigers have the opening possession of the second half. And what I hope is not an omen of things to come, we'll start the third period with a foul. The foul called against number 14. No. Make that 13. Kenan Blackshear called with his first. Marcellus Thomas opens up second half scoring with a 3 for the Red Devils. Noah Mazai answers with a 3 for the Tigers. Felton with a good-looking block, and it's going to get frittered away here by the Tigers. Marcellus Thomas tries to get around the Tigers. He does not, though. It gets stolen by Mazai. Mazai on the steal, and then the pass to Blackshear for a Tiger dunk. Out of bounds, Tigers ball. So a frenetic pace to open up the second half. Resulting in some very good outcomes and also some very bad outcomes for both teams. And a blown coverage here makes for an easy layup. Amari Jordan picks up 2 for the Tigers. Brendan Gantz gets down the paint for 2. Felton with poor placement, can't get the layup from under the basket, and here we have Javale Brown to Brendan Gant for 2. Traveling, Red Devils ball. Well, so much for a half-court set. We haven't seen a lot of that in the last 2 minutes. That's okay, though, as long as it keeps the clock running. Out of bounds, Tigers ball. In for the Red Devils, number 21, Javont Williams.
Hey, stop right here. Stop right here.
Of course, normally transition plays are some of the ones that draw fouls the most often. When the defense is not able to get into their regular half-court set, a lot of times you see blocking fouls or charges. 5 seconds closely guarded, Red Devils ball. Williams wanted to make a fast break, but thinks better of it. And finally, we will get a half-court set. Traveling, Tigers ball. A lot of turnovers here in the opening 2.5 minutes of the third period. Cut to the inside, and Felton can't get it to go from under the basket. Javon Williams picks up 2. Offensive rebound. Won't convert, though. Ultimately, the rebound goes to Gant. Three won't go for Blackshear, swatted out of bounds by Mazai. Noah Mazai steals 2 for the Tigers. No jumper for Tucker. Blackshear on the rebound. In transition, no, but second chance dunk by Kawan Felton. Marcellus Thomas with a Red Devil layup. Can't win them all. Layup in transition to Noah Mazai. No shot traveling. Tigers ball. Checking into the game for the Red Devils, number 3, Zion Davis. Kenan Blackshear also comes out. More personnel changes happening. Foul is called against number 23, Kendall Dennis. That's his 3rd personal foul. The team's first this half, and it will send Omari Jordan to the line shooting 2. And so at the risk of jinxing it, we have been much better about fouls this half than we were in the first. Just 2 awarded so far. I think we went probably the better part of 5 minutes without collecting any. No good on Dennis's 2-pointer, and it goes out of bounds in favor of the Tigers. Felton fouled on the putback attempt. Foul is called against number 21, Javont Williams, his 2nd and the team's 2nd.
Box it, go, go.
Kawan Felton picks up the basket for the Tigers.
I'm good because they have it in the back for me, but thank you. Who? Jones?
The Tigers request a 30-second timeout. And we'll take this opportunity to thank our friends at Elevate Orlando. They are a civic nonprofit focused on helping students grow in strength of character and application of essential life skills. Their essential character traits and life skills are taught in the classroom, modeled through mentoring, and incorporated into all they do so that students can apply them in their lives. And through a partnership with Orange County Public Schools, Elevate's curriculum is offered as an accredited elective course. Even more, as private employees of Elevate Orlando, their teacher mentors are able to spend more than 50% of their time outside of school mentoring students. With a 98% graduation rate and 96% post-secondary placement, check out Elevate Orlando. Foul's called against Noah Mazai, his second, the team's second. Good work on defense by Mazai, causing Marcellus Thomas to dribble the ball out of bounds there. Still a 24-point advantage. And so while we are not yet trending toward a running clock, that is an outcome that the Red Devils have got to watch out for here. Javont Williams for two. Dennis grabs the rebound after Leggett can't get the three to go, and another costly turnover for the Red Devils. Prior to the shot, foul on the floor is called against Jordan Jones. That's his third personal foul, the team's third. Carrying Tigers ball. Block is called against Red Devils number 3. Zion Davis, his second personal foul, the team's third. At the line shooting 2, Omari Jordan. Checking into the game for the Tigers, number 32. Horace Tucker. Horace Tucker to Javont Williams. And that will be the last word of the third period. And it's still a 22-point ball game. 66-44 is the score with 8 minutes left to play. 21. And clearly we need to fix that on the scoreboard at the bottom of your screen. We must not have pushed the button hard enough there. It should be 66. There we go. To 44. That's better. 22-point game. 8 minutes left. And that period never rolled over either. We'll get that fixed. The Metro versus Florida Challenge appreciates all the generous support we get from the Apopka community, including Commissioner Kyle Becker of the Apopka City Commission. Again, our thanks to Commissioner Becker and everyone who makes the Metro versus Florida Challenge a success. Tigers have the opening possession of the fourth quarter. Well, no, they don't either. And after the steal, I think that's Shaw. There, he took that foul very hard. The foul was called against Horace Tucker, so it'll be his third and the team's fourth. Excuse me, not Shaw. That is, in fact, Marcellus Thomas. Shaken up on the play, he makes his way off of the assistance of the training team. Checking into the game for him is Andrae Shaw. So Shaw, who came in for Thomas, will take the free throws, and he hits his first. And a second as well. Horace Tucker with a contested layup for the Tigers. Williams spins into the key, hits a wall with Jordan Jones, who's there waiting for him. He has to go back out to reset the play. Leggett picks up the ball for the Tigers, gets it all the way to the other end. Dalvin Leggett coast to coast for two. Javont Williams to Andrae Shaw for three. This layup for Jordan gets rebounded by the Red Devils, and it's going to be Javel Brown on the layup for Kathleen. Hard-fought offensive rebound turns into points. That's number 12, Dalvin Leggett, picks up 2 for the Tigers. Good blocking work by the Tigers. Short little pass, and number 22, Harris, can't get it to go. Fullback won't go either. It's finally going to go out of bounds in favor of the Red Devils. Checking into the game for Kathleen. Jonathan Carr and Kendall Dennis. Red Devils basket by number 33, Brendan Gant. Shaw with a long 3 that won't go. Taquan Harris is fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The foul is called against number 22, Andrae Shaw, his first, the team's 4th. Checking into the game for the Tigers, Kawan Felton and Darius Stewart. For the Red Devils, Javon Brown. Brendan Gant on the way up for the Red Devils. And boy, that last possession for the Tigers, I think that... We'll pause for a full timeout requested by the Tigers. And we'll take this opportunity to remind you of our upcoming schedule. This is our first of 7 games. The next game is going to be between the Evans Trojans and the East Ridge Knights. That game starts 17 minutes ago, which is obviously not going to happen, but we'll get it going as quickly as we can after the conclusion of this game. And then we've still got 5 more after that. Lake Nona versus Winter Springs at 1:45. Olympia versus Winter Haven at 3:30. Dr. Phillips versus Melbourne at 5. And then we get into our evening games. Your host school, the Apopka Blue Darters, will host the Eustis Panthers at 6:30. West Orange plays Auburndale at 8 o'clock to finish up the night here at Joe Sterling Gymnasium. If you can't stay with us in person the whole time, you can tune in to our YouTube channel, Metro versus Florida Challenge, for any of those games as well. Kenan Blackshear on the pass from Jelani Moreno. Well, again, Coach Williams mentioned to me before the game that he expected the Metro Conference to be ahead before the end of the day. So far, his prediction looks good. Dalvin Leggett picks up the basket for the Tigers. Kenan Blackshear steals 2. And another steal. Back-to-back possessions ending in turnovers, and Kaiwan Felton adds a layup for the Tigers. And so just like that, we're approaching a 30-point lead here. And Jelani Moreno pelted Horace Tucker as he tried to keep the ball in favor of the Tigers. That is a common technique when you're in distress and you're going to lose the ball out of bounds. And there's nothing you can do to save it. You just want to bounce it off of the opposing player so that it touches them last. Hold is called against Tigers number 11, Jelani Moreno. That's a second in the team's 5th. Checking into the game for Kathleen, number 21, Jamont Williams. Traveling, Tigers ball. Checking into the game for the Red Devils, Chevelle Brown. Jumper from the top of the key won't go. Rebound to Javon Brown. Brown inside to the paint with Williams. Can't get it to go. Gets his own putback, though. Javon Williams makes the putback on his own shot. Checking into the game for the Tigers, number 44, Junior Boysnut. Moreno swings. Hold is called against number 20, Jonathan Carr, his second. The team's 5th. Checking into the game for Kathleen, Quentin Lyons. Shaw loses the ball to a steal by Blackshear, and it's Blackshear on the pass to Felton. Brown's 3 won't go, but the other Brown gets the rebound. And then a turnover here as Jamont Williams lets the ball go out of bounds. Tigers ball. Checking into the game for the Tigers, Damaris Contreras. And now 3 or 4 times Jones has been called for not having their shirts properly tucked in, and it's been messing up their substitution process. Traveling. Red Devils ball. Williams spins for a Red Devil layup. Felton a little bit off balance with his layup there. Brown gets the rebound, takes it to the other side, and it is indeed Javel Brown, coast to coast for Kathleen. Javel Brown is fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The push is called against Alvin Leggett, his 3rd, the team's 6th. And Jones comes in for Jones. Putback made by Jordan Jones. Brown comes in too hot, can't get that to go. Rebounds to the Tigers. Putback scored for the Tigers by Lamaris Contrias. Javon Williams fights to the key for the Red Devil basket, and that will take us to the end of the ball game, and it is an 87-65 final score. A 22-point victory for the Tigers, and the Metro Conference picks up a win here in Game 7 of the 9th Annual Metro versus Florida Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for coming out this morning and this early afternoon to support your Tigers and Red Devils, whether you joined us here in person at Joe Sterling Gymnasium or whether you joined us online. For those of you who are enjoying the online stream, please be aware that each of our games is its own separate event on YouTube. So you will need to exit this live stream and enter the next one, which is indeed coming up next. We'll head into game number 8, and it's going to be coming up next with the Evans Trojans taking on the East Ridge Knights right here at Apopka High School. We'll see you in about 9 minutes.